Hello friends, Happy New Year, and it's a beautiful year we have ahead of us. Welcome to 2026. I hope you enjoyed your time all through the Christmas and the New Year celebration, which is still ongoing. I want to seize this opportunity to thank my beloved teachers, which is our point of interest. Teachers, both those in the classroom and outside the classroom. I trust that you had enough time to rest, enough time to reminisce, enough time to meditate and put yourself back together. The school days is fast approaching. Some schools have gone to resumption while some are preparing for the Easter term resumption. And I want to encourage us to be our best while we go back to school, while we go back to our offices, while we go back to our different assignments that we have in the year 2026. Our teachers, going back to school means a whole lot. It's another beautiful opportunity we have. Another opportunity to make impact, another opportunity to touch lives, another opportunity to come in contact, in close contact with the destiny of one child that will be listening to you. An opportunity to tutor a young child is an all vast future destiny placed under your trust. What are we going to do with that? What will you be doing as a teacher? I know we have a subject like mathematics, biology, physics, English language, literature. Amidst that, there are so much more that a child, a student will take home outside mathematics and English. I will always say that. I want to encourage our teachers these few days that you have at home or where you went for your holidays to prepare for resumption. Take out time to improve yourself. Take out time to study. Do you know that students believe so much on their teachers, at times even much more than their parents? The students, they are not aware that their teachers have sad moments. They see them to be perfect. That's why as a teacher, it matters our composure, our disposition. It matters what the appearance that the students see. I'll give you one example. Back in the years while I was observing my NYSC, in Nigeria, NYSC is a whole year of service to the nation. It's called NYSC, National Youth Service Corps. At that period, all I loved to do was to serve. Even though I wanted to make a lot of money, but I just loved to serve humanity. I love to do things that the people in whom I did it for may not even see me one day or know me to be able to say thank you. That's all I love to do. And I got inspired one day when I saw a couple back in the northern part of Nigeria carrying out a particular service. The fact that I am talking about schooling, education, teachers doesn't mean that this story was from teachers. It's not a teacher. You can guess whatsoever profession or service that you think. I wouldn't love to make mention of that. They were carrying out this service and I was inspired. I looked at them the first time. I developed interest in the acts that they were doing. And the next time they observed that I loved what they were doing, and the wife beckoned on me. She approached me to join them, and I got so excited carrying out that service. not knowing or even thinking. I didn't even have the thoughts to know if money was involved or if there was gain. But as a youth corper, I just was excited to carry out that service, And the very first day that I participated in that act, while carrying out the act, the man was busy doing what he was doing, but I observed that he wasn't doing it with all his heart. And the wife, seeing me carrying out the act, she came closer and began to talk to me and said, see the work that you're doing as a young girl. Not so many people will want to do what you're doing, And we're just doing this work because of God. She began to complain. You see, people who are at the top, they are just the one collecting the money. Even when they try to bring money for us, for our assistants to carry out this service, they'll just stop the money from afar. The money doesn't get to us because we are in this side of the town. Before those in the upper, those in the M of affair, they disburse money. It gets to the state level. Before it gets to us, everything is gone. Nothing comes to us. We are just doing what we are doing because of God. I have told my husband times without number, let us stop this act, let us stop it. But he wouldn't. Yeah, he would just do it. He just say one day they will remember us. All the morale, all the joy that I came out with, be inspired by those who are carrying out service, everything disappeared. And while she kept talking, I was thinking about how to run away from there. And after that day, when I escaped their presence, they never saw me again. Why am I saying this? I was inspired from afar, but she discouraged me because she didn't get the money. Did she require money for the service? Yes, she did. But the helper came. You didn't know who the helper was. You didn't know what she was going to do. You didn't know why she came. But because of her complaint, the first time, that was my first time and my last time, she discouraged me. I brought that just to also speak to our teachers. The students who see us, they are not aware whether you have money so much or whether you don't have, or whether you haven't paid your children's school fees, or if there was no food on the table. They are not aware. They are only inspired by teaching. And I want to encourage teachers. I know everything may not be going out as you planned it. Everything, especially where we find ourselves in the country, everything may not be all your dreams. But that which you are doing today in changing lives, as far as it's a job of trust, I encourage you to do it with all your heart. Do it with all your heart. Do it with joy. Do it with excitement. Your students will be inspired and they will get the best of you. And you know why? Because they are excited. You will say the right things. You will have the right mindset. You will think the right thoughts. And you will produce the right results in a child. I had some students around me a certain time, and one teenager, a young girl, she said she wasn't talking to me. They were discussing, and I overheard. I was there, and she said, "Thank God for the school I am. Thank God that my parents put me in the school." I'm not going to make mention of the school. She said, "Thank God my parents put me in this school. If it was the primary school that I that I attended," I'm quoting her verbatim. She said, "The primary school I attended, the teacher's call says Olodo. Olodo is a Yoruba language. It means a dull child. Someone who cannot assimilate things easily or speedily." So she said they call her Ole. Ole means, if I pronounce it well, pronounce it properly, it means lazy, one who is lazy. So she said they kept calling her blockhead, and she didn't know anything. She didn't pick up. But she came to secondary school. I know that she's in year 11 now. She came to secondary school. She still didn't pick up. But she said, these teachers were patient. They were patient with me. But now I get the best scores in class. Now I even won an award in academics. I get the highest scores in maths, in English, in other subjects. I get I was listening to this young girl. Within me, I thought, so all this while, this girl knew that she wasn't catching up. She needed encouragement, she needed patience. And it takes teachers with the right mindset to be able to encourage a child like that, not to cast that child away. I just brought that brief testimonial to our teachers who will be going back to school. And I wish you a happy resumption. I wish you a beautiful, happy new year and prosperous. And keep liking, sharing, and following, subscribing My Teacher With The Word. Thank you, and have a beautiful day.